Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. CeeChronicles is my name. If you're here for the first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion videos, lifestyle videos, and a lot more. You know, I intend to throw vlogs as well. I'm not going to do a vlogmas per se, but anytime I get the chance to vlog, I will be throwing vlogs here. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, I do hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. I see you all the time in the comment section. Thank you very much for always supporting this channel. I appreciate you and I don't take you for granted. I have 10 Gourmand fragrances in front of me today. These are from my collection. I obviously have more in my collection that are Gourmand, you know, fragrances, but the ones I'm going to show you today are the ones I decided to talk about, you know, to ensure that the video doesn't go on and on and on. Okay, so what are Gourmand fragrances? Gourmand fragrances are, you know, fragrances that consist of edible notes. They are sometimes called foodie fragrances, depending on how you know, or how you perceive them. They will have a note in there that is, you know, is edible, or you know, will remind you of, you know, a fruit or a cookie or something like that. So I've pulled 10 for you, and I'm going to show you those fragrances. The first one I want to talk about is my latest acquisition, which is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Okay. Lost Cherry. Ooh, I am gonna spray this one. It's not my fragrance of the day, but I'm gonna spray it because I just love it. Okay, so this is your semi-sweet, sexy blend of cherry mixed with liqueur. Okay, and black cherry and some bitter almond. And the hard notes of this fragrance, you know, consist of like, you know, the sweet, soury cherry plum and a Turkish rose, okay, which has like spicy woods in there in the base. This is going to be your yummy, seductive, you know, enticing, intoxicating kind of fragrance. And it is for that reason that I put it here, especially the cherry. I like the way, you know, the cherry was done here. So this is my number one, Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. The next one I couldn't resist but include here is also a favorite of mine, and that is Angel Muse. Okay, if you've used Angel Muse, you know why it is here. This is your mix of creamy sweetness, you know, the sweetness of the hazelnut, which has also like the woodsy masculine note of vetiver mixed in there. Okay, and it's your rich, again, intoxicating scent, which I feel, you know, the fans of Nutella, if you like Nutella, this one is definitely up your alley. Okay, if you like Nutella spread, you must try this. This is mouth-watering, very gourmandish, a very realistic kind of nutty feel within or in this fragrance, with some creaminess going on in there. So this is Mugler's Angel Muse. All right, number 3 is going to be my La Vie Belle. This will forever be a staple in my fragrance collection, in as much as I do have times where I reach out for this a lot and sometimes that I don't. Reason being because a lot of fragrances out there have kind of like a similar, not a similar vibe, but I've got fragrances within my collection that have a similar vibe. So I tend to spare my Lancome's La Vie Belle. Okay, now the reason why Lancome's La Vie Belle made it on my top 10 Gourmand fragrances within my collection is obviously because it's a favorite for many, and it's loud creaminess. You know, it's got this loud creamy caramel dripping over like a juicy black currant and a pear. Okay, it also has like that powdery iris. I guess they included the powdery iris for the purposes of trying to, you know, tone down the sweetness in there, because it is a super sweet, girly fragrance that is almost toothache. Okay, but this is definitely Gourmand, and it is my number 3. Okay, my number 4 is going to be this one. This is Jimmy Choo Fever. All right, if you've used Jimmy Choo Fever, or if you watched the video that I did of Jimmy Choo Fever, I did liken it to Bon Bon. Now, if you watched my oil collection, I did say that Bon Bon is, you know, the Bon oil that I have is like a favorite of mine these days. I just use the Bon oil first and then wear whatever fragrance, you know, I want to wear, because this also tends to be a very good layering fragrance. Okay, so obviously we're not talking about Bon Bon, we are talking about Jimmy Choo. I only mentioned Bon Bon because they are kind of similar. Okay, so Jimmy Choo Fever is your fruity mix. Okay, this is like your plum, your lychee, your grapefruit, and these three fruits, okay, mixed with that vanilla orchid, the jasmine sambac, the sandalwood. Okay, and this gives you like your jammy, fruity mix. If you've used like your fruit jam at home, this will kind of remind you of that. You know, it's got that. It is kind of a favorite for those that have a sweet tooth again. This is your sweet fragrance. So before I get into my number 5, let me just remind you again, please do consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. And I am actually, so, you know, I also want to acknowledge those that, you know, have subscribed. That thank you very much for joining this family and helping this channel grow, helping me, you know, and encouraging me to do more. I appreciate that. Now, moving on to my number 5, this is going to be my Oud 24 Hours by Oud Al Za'afaran. Okay, this, by now, some of you may know that this is your Tom Ford Black Orchid kind of inspired by version. And so far, I think it's voted as the closest to that. Now, if you've used Tom Ford's Black Orchid, or if you've used this one, you know that why it's here is because of the chocolate that is in this fragrance. Okay, this is your warm spicy chocolate, all right, obviously mixed with some, you know, other notes, you know, like your oud. It is quite woodsy and really you know, spicy, like I did say. It kind of gives me or reminds me of that. It's got a medicinal feel. Something in here feels like cough syrup, okay, but not in a bad way. All right, so the addition of the citruses as well kind of make it feel a bit it's not as thick as your you know, Black Orchid. It's got that lightness because of the citruses that have been mixed in here. All right, so the chocolate in here makes it feel like you know, like the chocolate here is not like only standalone, but because it mixes with that citrus, it makes it feel like a fruit mix, chocolatey kind of thing going on there instead of it being all chocolate. So that is why I included it here on my top 10 gourmand fragrances. And this is Oud 24 Hours by Oud Al Za'afaran. It's also a cheapie as well for those who may want to, you know, try it. Okay. I couldn't have, you know, omitted this. I just had to include my Black Opium here as well. Reason being, it's got that coffee note. So this is going to be for the coffee addicts out there, or for at least people that love coffee, okay? This opens up with your fruity notes together with the pink pepper. And then that strong coffee note, you know, kind of introduces itself there and then takes center stage, okay? And this coffee then mixes with the vanilla, so it doesn't become just an all coffee you know, fragrance, but the coffee here does really make a statement. Okay, it's in the mid, it makes a statement. It feels like a delicious cup of, you know, if you apart from the coffee, it does feel as well like a delicious cup of vanilla matcha, you know, if you've drank that as well. And so there's definitely, this is going to be a favorite for the coffee lovers, so that's why I included Black Opium here. All right, the next one I'm going to talk about is this one, my Tom Ford Bitter Peach. Okay, I did a review of this one in case you want an in-depth review of it. The peach note here is so realistic. I likened it to, you know, when you bite into that peach, okay, and or when you walk through a peach orchard, okay, this is what you get. Bitter peach is your warm, spicy, juicy peach, like I said. And this peach is mixed with the blood orange, okay? And then there's some rum here and some cognac. That's what makes this fragrance special to me, okay? It does get that, it does have that booziness going on there. And the booziness mixed with that peach makes it, you know, kind of, the peach pulls it towards the creamy side of it, okay? Because it's got like that creamy, like what can I say, a smooth, a soft or a smooth creaminess that happens there, but with that sourness and that booziness that's pulling in and blending together with that peach, you know, giving it that, like I said, the creamy element. So it is a beautiful boozy peach, and this is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. Okay, the next one I had to put here is, you know, Italiano Donna by Amaf. Okay, if you've used this fragrance, it has that marshmallowy, you know, cotton candy kind of feel. So I had to include this one because this is, you know, one really beautiful, semi-sweet scent, okay? It's your cheerful blend of mandarin orange, some carnation in here, some vanilla, okay, and some woodsy notes to add some depth to this fragrance, okay? It's got that bubblegum thing going on there and that marshmallow thing going on there, like I said in the beginning, okay? Quite mood lifting, very delicious. All right, I find myself wearing this when I just, you know, want my spirit lifted. So this is what this fragrance represents. Okay, it is Italiano Donna by the House of Amaf. My pick, which is fragrance number 9, is gonna be this one, Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum. Okay, if you've used this one, you know why I've put it there. I've put it there because of the blackberry and pink pepper mix. Okay, so it's got your bergamot in there as well, mixed with the florals and a bit of some woods in there. Okay, for me it is that blackberry. Okay, the way it's done here, it reminds me of this huge frosted, you know, a cold frosted giant glass, okay, of fruit juice. Okay, and this fruit juice is really thirst quenching, you know, like when you get that really iced up fruit juice in front of you, you know, after a really hot day and you're really feeling thirsty and you just gulp onto that and it just quenches you. This is what I get. The blackberry here, the way it's done feels edible. It is realistic. I just love this fragrance. Okay, now the last one, but obviously not the least, is going to be this one. It kind of gives me the same vibe, you know, the fruit juice kind of vibe, but this one takes a tropical twist to it, like a lot of different fruits put together, and you have this and you're sitting by the beach. Okay, so this is Versace's Crystal Noir. Okay, and this is why I put it in there. It's got the black fig, and it's got the black currant. Okay, the black currant here is mixed with the florals and some vanilla as well. So if you imagine yourself sitting by the beach on a sunny day, just enjoying, you know, what's going on around you, enjoying, you know, just watching people go about their business, you know, in this summery vibe, this is what I get. It gives me that tropical fruit juice kind of vibe. You know, it just draws me to that beach kind of setting. So that's what I get with Versace Crystal Noir. So there you have it, guys. Those were my 10 Gourmand fragrances within my collection. Like I said, I do have more. I could do a part 2 of this, but I thought I should bring these ones first. Okay, these are fragrances that will remind you of, you know, or that they are fragrances with edible elements within them. So they are fragrances that will remind you of something that you've eaten or something that you've ate, or a fruit, or, you know, or some cookies, or that realistic chocolate that you get in this 24 hours. That is what I put. That is why I put it there. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have subscribed. If you haven't, why not? My name is CeeChronicles. Please turn on post notifications so that you are notified anytime I upload a video. Like this video if you liked it. Share it if you want to share it. And remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.